The Sandman Season 2 Volume 2 is full of possibilities, transformations, and nostalgia, and it is well aware that viewers have great expectations as the series draws to a close. Volume 2 recounts a more condensed, targeted story than the first half of Season 2 and Season 1 of the series, which were more episodic adventures that brought Tom Sturridge's dream of the Endless closer to becoming something human. The show acknowledges that a tale is worth telling regardless of how it ends, but it also doesn't try to conceal the fact that it's sorry to go and wants us to feel the same way. With Dream facing his past and resolved to postpone the darkness he knew was ahead of him, The Sandman Season 2, Volume 1 left fans feeling uneasy. The Sandman accelerates toward its unavoidable end with deliberate motion. The exhilarating possibility that things will change, whether we like it or not, is more important than the unrelenting chase of fate. Although the season's ending carries a lot of weight, there is still adventure in the self-reflective last chapters of what will go down as a notable contribution to the fantasy genre. Dream faces the wrath of the Furies, the three Greek goddesses of vengeance, also known as the Kindly Ones, after giving Orpheus the death he so fervently desired and spilling family blood in the process. The Dream King mulls over his destiny in Volume 2, which is currently available on Netflix, as the Kindly Ones pose a threat to his realm and all of the wonderful animals who call it home. How does the Sandman conclude, then? Dream calls the Kindly Ones, who have been using their avatar Lyta Hall to wreak havoc and death over his realm, to a stone cliff at the farthest point of the dreaming in Episode 10. The Greek retribution goddesses tell Morpheus that they cannot depart until their mission is accomplished when he requests that they cease destroying his kingdom and injuring people he is protecting. To put it another way, they will not be content with anything less than Dream's death. When Dream killed his son Orpheus at the end of Volume 1, he spilled family blood, and this is retaliation. The Sandman knew that fulfilling his son's long-held yearning to die would have disastrous repercussions, so he is not surprised by this terrible fate. According to Heinberg, Dream permits himself to be taken rather than continue to inflict pain on those he cares for, after the Kindly Ones wreak havoc on his realm. It's all one story. Dream discovers what true love is and how to love and be loved. However, in order to accomplish this, he must pass away and basically reincarnate as a different Dream in Daniel Hall. According to Sturridge, the lessons Dream gains from the other characters, all of whom prepare him for his last moments, can be used to characterize Season 2. The Master of Dreams assigns Matthew the Raven one last mission, to call forth his sister Death, who is standing at the edge of the dreaming, facing the Furies. Dream accepts Death's hand as she asks whether he's ready to leave. As the rain and lightning around them start to fade, they are abruptly surrounded by a dazzling light, which indicates that Dream of the Endless has passed away. A dream vortex caused by Lyta Hall's closeness to her friend Rose Walker in Season 1 causes her to become pregnant with her deceased husband, Hector's child. Daniel is thus the first and only human kid to be born in the Dream realm. Dream informs Lyta that the child is Hector's after killing his ghost. To become the new Dream Lord, Loki burns infant Daniel's humanity by throwing him into a fireplace in Season 2, Episode 8. After Dream passes away in Episode 10, baby Daniel changes into the new Drea, dressed in white robes and still sporting the green eagle stone necklace that Dream gave him as a sign of his strength. Morpheus, the previous Lord of the Dreaming, is bid farewell in Episode 11, A Tale of Graceful Ends. Those closest to him, including his endless siblings Destiny, Death, Desire, Despair, and Delirium, attend his burial. As the family's black sheep, Destruction, on the other hand, chooses not to go to the service. Daniel, the new Dream of the Endless, is also introduced in this episode. Daniel has just been living for 8 months and suddenly has godlike abilities, but he doesn't know what the role involves or even where to start. He seeks advice from Lucian and other of Morpheus' closest friends, but discovers that they are not quite accepting of him as their new lord. At a family supper at the end of The Sandman, Daniel meets his new siblings.